Welcome to the Buccaneers Observer. This is Ralph Phillips. Today we're going to be going over some clips from the 2019 Week 11 game featuring the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. These are some clips I found interesting, not necessarily highlight plays, nor are these so much X's and O's as they are Jimmy's and Joe's. These are not all the plays in the game, but they are select clips. They are in chronological order. If you enjoy in-depth coverage of the Buccaneers, be sure to check out our podcast located here on YouTube and all podcast platforms such as iTunes, Podbean, Google Podcasts, Spotify, etc. We have a lot to cover in this video, so let's get to it. And the very first offensive play of the game, 93, Ndamukong Suh ends up beating the center, 78, Eric McCoy. Does a nice swim move, pushes him out of the way, and gets a hit on Drew Brees, causing him to release the ball earlier than he wanted to. Good pass defense there. Second play of the game. I think this is going to be endemic of this whole game. 78, Eric McCoy, the center. It appears that he holds Vita Vea on this play. It's kind of hard. I mean, you could definitely see he grabs him. Right there. You can see he's got hold of his jersey, not allowing Vita Vea to go and close that gap on the runner. And then he just takes him to the ground. Also, watch 45, Devin White. He just gets thrown to the ground. Let's watch that in real speed. Again, McCoy, the center, and Vita Vea, they get tangled up. To me, it looks like McCoy holds Vita Vea, and then we'll see 45 get into it with Larry Watford there, gets thrown down. Horrible. 12-19 in the first quarter. It's 2nd and 8. Now, Mike Edwards, number 34 here, is playing the slot corner. He's normally a safety. For some reason, they decided to play him in the slot cornerback position this game. Now, he's going up against 87, Jared Cook. On this play, this is man-to-man coverage. It appears to me like they specifically targeted Edwards on this play. He gets juked out by Cook, and if you watch, Drew Brees is looking at that matchup the whole time. He never takes his eye off of it. And here's the juke. It's coming up. Right there. .8:45 in the first quarter. This is 1st and 10. Tampa Bay's first offensive play. Alex Kappa, 65, ends up getting tangled up with David Onyemata and thrown into the ground at the end of the play. You like seeing this for your offensive line. You want these guys to be tough. He drives him downfield, gets him, throws him down. 8:13 in the first quarter to 2nd down and 4 yards to go. Marpet ends up getting beat by 93, David Onyemata here. It's really not that bad. Onyemata ends up hitting Jameis Winston pretty much as he's throwing the football. But Jameis had 3.28 seconds to get this ball off. There was nobody really open downfield. This is more of a coverage thing. But Marpet did get beat there. The very next play, Scotty Miller does a great job of getting open. Unfortunately, Winston does not throw him the ball. He scrambles out of the pocket. I'm not sure exactly why. I'll look at that from the end zone angle. But Scotty Miller's wide open here. He splits the safeties. This is a cover 2 beater. The Saints played cover 2 basically this whole game. But look at this. He is wide open. And he would have split those safeties. But unfortunately, Jameis is out here scrambling around. Let's go to the all-22, or the end zone and see why he's scrambling. Okay, from the end zone angle, we can see why he's scrambling. Ronald Jones is in charge of picking up the blitz, and number 22, Chauncey Garnder-Johnson, comes blazing in from the right side over here and just blows Ronald Jones up. If Jameis Winston would have still been standing in his spot, he drops back to about right here. If he would have still been standing there, he would have gotten clobbered. He did the right thing of scrambling out, but I wish he would have set his feet and just thrown the damn ball. Boom. Oof. In case you didn't see that again, let's rewind it. Keep an eye on Ronald Jones. At least he did pick the blitz up somewhat. 5:03 in the first quarter. It's 3rd and 6. The Saints have the ball in the Tampa Bay 34. Number 93, Ndamukong Suh, blows right past 67 Larry Warford and gets a pressure on Drew Brees, who unfortunately completes a 8-yard pass to Ted Ginn here on Carlton Davis. 4:28 in the first quarter. Shaquille Barrett has a straight shot on Alvin Kamara. Could have got him for a tackle for a loss. Unfortunately, 87 Jared Cook grabs hold of him just briefly, just enough to yank him away from the direction. You can see Barrett is looking for, here, right there. Barrett's looking for the call after the play. I think he's kind of miffed. He's like, where is it? 2:16 in the first quarter. It's 2nd and 14. Saints have the ball on the Tampa Bay 14. Shaquille Barrett, this is pure determination. He gets blocked by 89 Josh Hill. He gets by him, and then Latavius Murray tries to block him. That doesn't work out too well either. And he almost gets to Drew Brees. This is really, really good hustle here. Watch Shaquille Barrett. Gets by him. And then, almost gets it. Good quarterback hit, though. Very next play, Ndamukong Suh, 93. He kind of tosses 62. Left guard, Nick Easton. And gets a pressure on Brees. Look at that. Woof. 55 seconds left in the first quarter. Will Lutz kicks the ball off. TJ Logan gets it and returns it for 16 yards, but this is a total mess. The whole right side of the special teams doesn't block anybody. He doesn't block anybody. And then watch this. What is this mess here? There's 3 Buccaneers right there not blocking anybody but each other. And then this guy over here is not blocking anybody. It's just a mess. No wonder he only gets 16 yards on this. Very next play, this is a run to the right. O.J. Howard, he goes this way, and he's supposed to block anybody that's scraping on the back end. 74, Ali Marpet, he pulls and blocks a defender. But 80, O.J. Howard ends up blocking absolutely nobody. And the guy he's supposed to block is the one that ends up making the tackle. Watch Howard. Nobody. Doesn't block a single person. This is a couple plays later. O.J. Howard just dropped the ball and got an interception. This is the first play on offense by the Saints. You're going to see Bunting is covering Michael Thomas, but he ends up getting picked by this guy. I'm not sure who it is. Number 11, Deontay Harris, maybe. But he gets in Bunting's way and causes just enough separation for Thomas to catch the ball. He actually trips up a little bit right there. 12:48 in the second quarter. It's 3rd and 9 on the Tampa Bay 46. What's the rule? When Mike Evans throws his hand up, yeah, throw it to him. Jameis Winston ends up getting sacked. Don't know why. We'll look at it from the end zone angle, but watch Mike Evans here. Boom. See his hand goes up. Look at all that clear space he's got in front of him. That would have most likely been a touchdown, or at least a long reception. Let's see what happened. Okay, from the end zone angle, we're going to see a blitzer come in, number 22. He comes in from this side. Chauncey Garnder-Johnson. Now, Dari picks him up, and if you remember last time, Johnson just blew up the running back. He does end up making Winston get off his mark, but Kiko Alonso, 54, post-snap, he acts like he's going to go back in coverage, and then he spins around and comes rushing in. He's really what causes this sack. DeMar Dotson ends up helping cap a double team. He should have stepped out and blocked 54, but to be honest with you, this was just a really good play on 54's part. He disguised this blitz very well, and it's not surprising DeMar Dotson did not see him come running in. But pay attention to 54. He's really what causes this sack. See, he acts like he's going to go back out in coverage. And then he turns around once Dotson's engaged with 94. And he comes blitzing in. .417 in the second quarter. It's 2nd and 2. Tampa Bay is on the Tampa Bay 44-yard line. The Saints blitz here, which they've done quite a bit during this game. 56. Demario Davis comes in a little bit late for a blitz. He comes up the middle. Peyton Barber sees him as Peyton Barber's going out for a pass. He's getting ready to run out for a pass. He sees him, but it's too late. 56 comes in. He doesn't get to Jameis Winston on time, but he does rush the throw. Watch Peyton Barber. So he's going out, and then right there he sees him coming in, and he's like, oh, crap. So he tries to get back, but it's too late. 1:38 in the second quarter. It's 1st and 10. Tampa has the ball on their 43-yard line. Dare picks up the blitz, number 22. Chauncey Garnder-Johnson comes blitzing in again from this side. You know, that guy's just a handful. Dare picks him up, gives him a hard time, but the guy ends up getting a hand on Winston because Winston steps up into him. Now, Winston steps all the way back to about this yard line right here. His back foot actually plants right on this yard line. But he steps up and he ends up stepping this away over in this area and stepping right into the grasp of number 22, who's coming in for the blitz. Now, this is a problem I've had with Winston for a while. He just, he moves around in the pocket too weirdly, too much. See, he's back here. There's no pressure on him right there. This is the blitz pickup. You got another blitz coming in on this side. Number 21, Patrick Robinson. He's coming in from the outside. Donovan Smith picks him up. But basically, Winston ends up with a relatively clean pocket. I mean, he could have stayed right where he was at, and it would have been the better thing to do. Instead, he moves up and to the right. See? Right there. If he would have stayed where he was originally at, he probably wouldn't have got hit. And I'm going to show you why I say that. If he would have just launched it. Same play from the sideline angle. You'll see Winston gets all the way back right there. Okay, that's where he ends up. There's no pressure on him right there, but he ends up stepping up for some reason, kind of into the pressure and over to the right. See? He steps up right there, but he's not stepping up to throw. He's just stepping up because I don't know why. And then he moves over to the right and runs into the pressure. But look what, if he would have just planted his feet and chunked the ball, that's Scotty Miller blazing down the field. Now, of course, the safety is back there too. Safety probably would have closed in on him, but if Winston would have thrown the ball right, Scotty Miller's got the angle on this guy. If he would have just blazed down and Winston hit him in stride, that probably would have been a touchdown. This is the very next play, and they run pretty much the same defense. You're going to see 21, Patrick Robinson. He comes in on a blitz. 22, who's off screen, Chauncey Garnder-Johnson. He comes in on a blitz. These two linebackers, they drop back into coverage. Dare decides he's going to try and block 22 coming in on this side. When 21 comes in and is left untouched and ends up clobbering Jameis. Donovan Smith could have disengaged from this guy and blocked 21, but I think he thought he had help and thought Dare was going to get 21. I think Dare should have probably stayed for 21 because Donovan Smith is out here and he could have blocked 22. It's just a mess. It's a mess all the way around. Now you see you've got three guys looking to block 22. They're all staring at him. Then you got 21 coming in untouched. Now Donovan could have and probably should have disengaged with 92 and gone out there and blocked 21, but he probably thought that Dare was back there and was going to help on that one. But no, what we've got is these three guys over here getting ready to block 22, and I don't think any of them end up blocking. This is the very next play. This play gets called back for holding on the Saints. But this is just really interesting stuff, what the Saints do with their blitz packages. Watch 56. He's going to turn and act like he's going back into coverage and then rush in for the blitz. And look at 21. 21's actually facing sideways, and he ends up blitzing too. He ends up rushing in. Watch 56. Step. Look at that. He turns, steps back, actually does almost like a pirouette, but then it comes in. That's just interesting stuff by the Saints. This is 109 in the second quarter. It's 3rd and 4 on the New Orleans 46. You're going to see 98. Sheldon Rankins push Alex Cappa down. He gets a good push on him, pushes him down. They end up getting pressure on Jameis Winston. A couple things I want to point out, though. Right after the snap, look, we got this thing again. You got 54 looking like he's going back in coverage. You got 56 looking like he's going back in coverage. 56 ends up turning around and rushing the passer. The very next play, Alex Cappa gets beat by 94. Cameron Jordan gets the pressure on Jameis Winston. Jameis is able to get the ball out, though. He throw it away. First play of the third quarter. Again, Winston starts scrambling for no reason. There's absolutely nobody near him. And he starts scrambling. And look what he misses. See, he's scrambling there. I don't know why. There's nobody near him. But look at this. This guy is completely open. I think that's Perriman. I'm not sure. But he's completely wide open back here. I don't know what Winston is thinking. And this should have been intentional grounding right there. Don't know why that wasn't called. I guess maybe because this guy was in the area. Who knows? Should have been intentional grounding. Let's look at it from the end zone angle. Here it is from the end zone angle. You're going to see Donovan Smith gets a handful with 94 Cameron Jordan, but he gets him under control. The rest of the line has everybody under control. I mean, look, he's got him under control. They're double teaming him. He's under control. Double teaming them. They're under control. But Winston decides he's going to scramble. I don't get it. What is he doing? Matt Gay with the 55-yard field goal. I've noticed that he's not doing his double shimmy anymore. He's just doing one shimmy. Let's see what we got. There we go, shimmy. Good 55-yarder. 8:22 in the third quarter. This is 3rd and 3. New Orleans do a good job of getting a matchup here. They get Michael Thomas on 45 Devin White, which is not a good matchup at all. Looks like the Bucs drop back into zone coverage. I think they're playing a little too deep for 3rd and 3 if you ask me, but what do I know? You'll see Michael Thomas come across the middle in a slant. Here he is right here. He's getting passed off to Devin White. Devin White looks like he gets confused as to who he's supposed to cover because he's looking at Kamara up here. And then right there, the ball is thrown. You can see Devin White is already falling behind. And then he's really behind here. And this is just great run after the catch. He picks up 40 yards. .434 in the third quarter. It's 1st and 10 on the Tampa Bay 36. Donovan Smith, number 76, gets beat by Cameron Jordan, number 94, for a sack on Jameis Winston. .122 in the third quarter. It's 1st and 10. This looks like man coverage. The Buccaneers are playing on defense. This right here is number 45, Devin White, our inside linebacker. This right here is number 13, Michael Thomas, one of the league's leading receivers. This is not a good matchup. So, of course, Breeze is going to exploit this. .12:02 in the fourth quarter. This is 4th and 1 on the New Orleans 49. Jameis Winston throws the ball to Mike Evans, who gets the first down, but the referees call offensive pass interference. Of course, this all happens within the 1-yard line. It should not have been called pass interference, but even worse than that is look where this guy is lined up. It's P.J. Williams. The ball is right here. He's lined up past the ball. He's lined up past the ball. And there's a line judge right here. You can't see him in the picture, but he's there. He is lined up on the line of scrimmage. Past the line of scrimmage. I mean, his head is almost touching on his head. This is ridiculous. How did they not see this? I don't know. But it is what it is. See, right there, he does the push off. And they penalize us. 8:52 in the fourth quarter. It's 1st and 10. Vita Vea zips right past number 78, Eric McCoy, the center, and almost destroys Breeze. Breeze steps up and out of it, though. But pay attention to Breeze. And see, that's how you that's good pocket presence there. And rewind it. Compare that to Jameis Winston. You know, Breeze has got this 300-pound guy coming right at him. He keeps his feet set, always prepared to throw the ball. Doesn't scramble. 5:24 in the fourth quarter. It's 3rd and 10. DeMar Dotson, 76, gets beat by 91. Trey Hendrickson. Hendrickson ends up rolling up on Jameis Winston's ankle. He gets injured on this play. He stays in the game, though. .437 in the fourth quarter. This is basically garbage time. The Saints are already up. There ain't enough time for the Buccaneers to come back and mount a comeback. This is an interesting one. 98, Sheldon Rankins goes to 66, Jensen, and then he shoots over in between the gap. Well, Kappa, 66, thinks that Jensen's got him. Jensen thinks that he's going to Kappa. So they both end up turning away, and he's got a free shot right up the middle. Get the hit on Jameis. 3:47 in the fourth quarter. It's 1st and 1. Alex Kappa here just gets whooped by 94. Cameron Jordan. This is sweet. Zip. Oh my goodness.
This has been the Buccaneers Observer. Don't forget to like and subscribe.